Here's a secret that Zidane and Beckham won't share with you, and I'm talking a secret that people have been trying to find out for years, and no one's known the answer until today. So, before we get into the secret, let's take it back. It was the year 1996. It's the year of the Euros. At the time, Nike had Eric Cantona, Ronaldo, and the Brazilian team. Adidas, while they had some big teams at the time,
like Germany, France, Newcastle, and Liverpool,
they needed some firepower, some individual magic to help themselves emerge. If only there was a handsome man with a wonderful right foot with charisma for days that could solve this problem for them. Step forward. David Beckham! David Beckham at the time was still a youngster, but he was slowly making his way through the Man United team. At the time, he hadn't got the number 7 shirt, and he wasn't dating Victoria yet, and, his PA. But anyway, by that time, he had scored the absolute banger against Wimbledon. He was the perfect solution for what Adidas was looking for. How about a bit of tech, a bit of magic, a bit of elegance? Who do you need?
Zidane! Oh, fantastic!
At the time, Zidane was just about to join Juventus, having played at Bordeaux. He wasn't quite the superstar that he was now. Once he got to Juventus, things really started changing. Not initially. In fact, Zidane was actually playing a little bit deeper at the time. But eventually, Marcelo Lippi came and Carlo Ancelotti came.
Pause.
In fact, Carlo Ancelotti even ended up saying that Zidane changed his whole idea of football. We'll talk about that a different day. But those two were the answers, Zidane and Beckham. Now, in terms of their secret, at the time, Adidas were really pushing their Adidas Predators. These were the staple, the hallmark of Adidas boots. Later on, Del Piero started wearing them, Riquelme started wearing them, all these bad boy players, Amir Zarouk started wearing them. It was a big thing, okay? My favorite part of Predators, the tongue strap. And this is where we get into it. How did Beckham and Zidane wear their tongue straps? Yep, that was a big secret. Well, we have the answer. It's all yours, David.
I always put the elastic on the last studs there because it's a better angle. The tongue lays a lot neater that way. Whereas if you have it like that, it just doesn't feel right. So my way was always that way, and that's how I think it looks best.
How about Zidane? Well, here it is. See, it's quite different to David's. David's was elegant, pristine, precise, really encapsulating David Beckham. While Zizou, a bit more free flow, a bit more relaxed. That was the big secret, guys. Now you can play like Zidane and Beckham. Okay, I'm joking. Now, how do I wear it? Well, we'll find out in our next video. Salut.